Despite our best efforts, we are still trying to hit a rich vein of form this season. Having spent £300 million on players, we don't seem to be getting much of a return. It's got to happen soon. Let's hope it happens today, because we have the Champions League Phase Game 2 today, and a very important Premier League game as well. Hello and welcome to episode number 50, 50, a half century of episodes in this particular series of making Chelsea stand proud. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have, as usual, for you two games. First up is a Champions League phase game 2 against the mighty Juventus. Or they used to be mighty anyway. I don't know whether they still are or not. And Premier League Southampton. Southampton, if I seem to remember, we'll check in a minute, but I seem to remember we don't have a particularly good time with Southampton when it comes around to it. I think we lost to them at St Mary's last time out. Are we at home or away today? We're at home today, so should be all right, but that doesn't mean anything at all. Since you were last with us, we've played one game in the Premier League. Let's have a look in the schedule for you. Played that one game last time you were with us. Lost to Manchester City again, and West Ham. We trounced 8-0 in that last episode, and then we've gone off and beaten Norwich by 2-0. Declan Rice after 51 minutes. Ben Chilwell 2 minutes into injury time at the end of the match, and that has actually turned out to be the goal of the month, as it turns out. So very well done to Ben Chilwell. It was a free kick. In fact, I think we can probably see it. Let's have a quick look at that goal. Goal of the month it turned out to be. I'm not too sure. Harry Kane was second with a goal that he scored against Everton, and to be honest, I think that was probably better, but yeah, it's a good free kick, no doubt about it. But whether it was goal of the month, I really have my doubts, to be fair. Anyway, it was good, and it finished it off, because up until then it looked like we might just be sort of groaning a little bit, and we just need, as I say, to hit that form in the Premier League. We've seen it's sporadic, isn't it, at the moment? But we really need to get going, and it's made things a little bit tighter at the top now. Manchester City have they've won all but one of their games, drawing 1-1 with Burnley, but they're off to a good start again. 3 points clear of Tottenham in second place, and with a vast goal difference as well. So they're on for their 5th consecutive title win, and is there anybody that can stop them? Tottenham in second on 13, and then we come along, a bunch of us on 12 points. Liverpool, ourselves, Wolves, who are doing extremely well. Newcastle, Manchester United, who we play in the next episode, and then it's Brentford, Everton, and in the bottom 3 at the moment, Southampton, Blackburn, who came up promoted last season, as was Burnley. Southampton, of course, the second team in today's episode. The question is, did they all come up? Burnley, Blackburn and Bournemouth were promoted. No. So Southampton were already here. Anyway, that's who's in the bottom 3 at the minute. What else can I tell you? Not a lot else. I don't think there's anything else happening transfer-wise at the moment. As we are out of the window. Today's opponents, Juventus in the Champions League. Juventus are in Serie A, currently in 11th position. Not doing particularly well in Serie A, I have to say. Allegri is their manager. They drew their first game. They drew it 1-1 0-0 against Villarreal. We're down in 30th at the moment, all the way down here, having lost our first game against Real Madrid. Real Madrid have won their second game of the league stages, and they're off to a flying start at the top of the table. But as we know with league tables, you only need to win one match and you can push yourself up quite quickly. I'm not quite sure how quickly in this particular scheme. I was just looking for Juventus. There we are. They're currently 19th. They drew their first one, of course, as say 0-0. So, yeah, it's a game we need to win if we are to progress our season. And then, as I said, we finish up. Have we actually played Juventus so far in this save? We have played them once in a friendly, beat them 3-0 at their place. That was back in 2022. Southampton, so far in this series, we've played them 5 times. This will be the 6th. We've only beaten them the once in the FA Cup 5th round at St Mary's, 2-0. But we just don't seem to be able to get past them. 3 draws and a loss. And the last time they played us at Stamford Bridge, it's been a 2-2 and a 1-1. I'm looking for a win today, please, if we can manage it. Let's go and have a look at the team that will face Juventus. And here is the team that will face Juventus in this UEFA Champions League phase, the new phase of instead of the group stages of the Champions League. Mendy in goal then, Chilwell, Garcia, Fofana and Timber are backline. Rice and Kante in front of them. Milinkovic-Savic is playing as the central midfielder today. Rodrigo on the left, Sterling on the right, Havertz up front, Karneski, Kalabai, Fernandes, Tell, Cucurella, Otavio, Barbosa, James, Koeman, Broja, Xhaka and Mount are on the bench for this one. And as we look at the recent matches of Juventus, beat Torino 2-0, drew 1-1 with Milan, which I suppose was a good result for them, especially if they're not doing particularly well, but they lost to Hellas Verona by 1-0 at home as well. So their form is probably very similar to ours at the moment. Should be an intriguing match. And here we are with the Champions League teams. This is how the teams line up. The Juventus team, they're playing a 4-1-4-1. As the teams come out on the pitch, referee picking up the ball. Juventus playing in their black and white stripes. And we have an early highlight, a minute into the game. Throw in by Timber on that far side. Sterling crosses the ball in. It's in the back of the net. Rodrigo scores, but I think there's a question of offside. VAR will look at it. And it's disallowed. Rodrigo would have been his 3rd goal of the season. Just straight offside. There he is. We have a free kick now. Chilwell with a free kick. It's headed wide. Quite sure who headed it wide, but he did head it wide. Chilwell on this near side to Rodrigo. 11 minutes on the clock. Rice. Garcia. Rodrigo. Back to Garcia. Garcia finds Fofana. Finds Rice. Kante through. It's a lovely shot from distance. But wide. Ball forward to Sterling. Sterling finds Kante. Kante now comes forward. He's created a bit of space. It's been fouled right on the edge of the area. And VAR will look at this. Is it inside or outside the penalty area? This is the question. It's a penalty. It's inside. And Mount, I'm guessing, will be up for this. Mason Mount. Oh, no. Havertz is taking the penalty. Oh, that was lucky in off the post. The goalkeeper was there. 4th goal of the season. And we do take the lead after 20 minutes. And it's no more than we deserve, really, to be fair. In fact, it might be 19 minutes. Chilwell with a corner. Swings it in. It's defended well. Rodrigo has picked up a knock. He's going to have to watch him. Rodrigo finds Rice. Chilwell, which is a shame because he's been playing well. Garcia comes all the way back to Mendy. Mendy to Fofana. Timber. Sterling. Finds Kante. Kante to Sergey. That man. Oh, it's a question of he's offside now. That man is really good. I'm glad we bought him, actually. Savic is he's been very, very good. That's disallowed as well. Would have been his 4th goal of the season. Oh, not much in it, but he is off. Just well put away, though. And no more highlights. Half-time has arrived. We've been very dominant in that first half. Probably not put as many chances. We've had lots of shots, but not, A, not on target, and B, not put them away. We are only in the lead by virtue of that Kai Havertz penalty after 19 minutes, and that was a bit fortuitous as well, based on based on the fact that it hit the post. 13 shots, 3 on target, 1.71, 48% of the possession against Juventus's 2 shots, 1 on target, 0.55, 52% of the possession. We just need to be a bit more clinical in the second half. Need to go and find out how Rodrigo is as well. And they have a free kick, and it's headed just wide. And seems to be having a lot of highlights early in this second half. Timber tidies that up. It's out to Koeman, who is on for Rodrigo. I was going to tell you, but things happening so fast. Koeman on Rodrigo. He's only gotten tapped to his ankle. That's come back off the woodwork. It's cleared before anybody could get on the end of it, and the chase is on. And with nearly 71 minutes on the clock, apart from the change we had to enforced change that we had to make at half-time, Rodrigo, who has picked up a knock on his ankle, I'm sure he'd be all right, so we didn't want to push it too far. Koeman coming on for him, of course, in that change, but we've made 2 more changes now. Kante has come off in his midfield role. We've dropped Savic back into the defensive midfield role, and Enzo Fernandez comes on in the central midfield role, and we've also taken off Kai Havertz, who he's just doesn't seem to quite have the edge today, and we've brought on Matthias Attell to see if he can add to his list of scoring in recent times. Throw in on that far side. Chilwell with a long throw. Sergi hands it down. And there you go. Oh, referee, come on. If this is the 3rd one in a row, it is. We've put the ball in the net 3 times. Oh, dear. Oh, that is never offside. Never offside. Chilwell to Koeman. Rice. Sergi, and he's given the ball away. Oh, no. Fofana. Garcia. Forward to Matthias Tell, and Koeman's through. Koeman scores his 1st goal of the season. Is that offside, ref? No, we'll go do one then. 86 minutes on the clock, and we have got that 2nd goal. Never thought we were going to get it. Every time we score seemed to be disallowed. But this time, Tell gets an assist. Koeman the scorer. And it's all over, and I think we pretty much deserve that. Their goalkeeper doing a good job, and I suppose their defence did a good job and keep getting us offside, but we managed to succeed in the end. Ben Chilwell, player of the match, he's managed to pull that out of the bag. But all in all, a good day, and we did do reasonably well. Good to see Koeman come on and have a good game. 24 shots, 9 on target. So a little bit better in that second half. 3.09, and we definitely had goals in us. Just couldn't seem to beat the offside trap. 51% of the possession. They had 9 shots, 1 on target. Only had 1 on target in the first half. So had 1 more in the second half. 1.05, 49% of the possession. Let's go and have a look and see how that has changed the Champions League phase table after 2 matches. Well, with the majority of teams having played 2 games, as a couple of teams have played 3, Paris Saint-Germain and Real Madrid, and we are up to 17th as it stands. 3 points from 2 games, and it's very tight at the top there, as you can see. A little bit of a gap between Paris Saint-Germain and Manchester City. How did Manchester City get on then? Did they lose? Tottenham beat Rennes by 3-1. Manchester City drew with Villarreal. Obviously, Villarreal, a little bit of a side, difficult to beat. Villarreal in the lead of that one. Erling Haaland getting them back on to equal terms a minute before full time. Was Liverpool winning their game 3-1 against RB Leipzig. So, we're up to 17th. 24 teams potentially get through to the next round. Of course, as we already know, the top 8 will go through automatically to the knockout stages. The next 16 teams will play off. So from 9th to 24th will play off in a 2-legged playoff round, and then we have the knockout stages. The final 16, group of 16, back to normal at that stage of the competition. So there we go. That's a good result. 2-0 against Juventus, team I thought we might struggle against. We have actually managed to surpass, and it was relatively easy come the end, and we should be reasonably pleased with that. As Rodrigo's only out for a couple of days, just got a bruised ankle. Thank goodness for that. 4 days down to the next game. So, we'll be more than happy with that. Right. Second game of the episode then. Southampton, as we've already said, only beaten them once in this series so far. That in the FA Cup 5th round. And that was at St Mary's. We need to do one on them today if we are to keep up our challenge at the top of the table. 3 points would be very, very welcome and keep us going at the top of the table. So let's go and see if we can do against Southampton. And here's the side that will face Southampton in the Premier League. There are a number of games already been played, and if we were to win today, we would go up into 3rd place behind Liverpool and Manchester City. So that's got to be our target today. So the team that will face Southampton for this one, it's Mendy in goal, Chilwell, Garcia, Fofana and Timber continue as our back 4. Rice and Kante in front of them. Savic, who had a reasonably good game last time out, will start in that central midfield role. Koeman out on the left. Rodrigo is back. He's okay. He's on the bench today, but we decided not to risk him at this stage. Sterling out on the right. Tell gets the nod up front because Havertz he's just gone off the ball very, very slightly. So Tell will get the nod to start today. Karnaneschi, I practiced this one. Karnaneschi, Koulibaly, Fernandez, James, Cucurella, Otavio, Barbosa, Rodrigo and Havertz are all on the bench. Southampton's recent games, as you'll see, they've lost to Fulham twice. I presume that must have been Carabao Cup. 4-0 and 3-0. Then Newcastle 3-2. They beat IFK Göteborg 2-0. I presume that was in the Europa League. So that's their recent history. Let's see if we can go out and beat them. Would be good. And this is how the two sides match off against one another. We're playing in our usual formation, 4-2-1-2-1 or 4-3-3, whichever way. And they're playing a 4-4-2 formation. Their manager, Marcelino, is chosen this side. Bazanyu in goal. Then Mamol, Saluso, Bednarek, Livramento, Fornells, Bajarim, Diallo and Armstrong are the midfield. Mariano and Edouard up front on attack. So that is the side we've got to be trying to beat. Johnson, Larios, Benarama, Cabral, Lavia, Lianco, Walker-Peters, Bella Kutchup and Grinstead are on the bench. We get our first highlight 5 minutes in. It's Southampton and a defensive throw by the looks of it as they attack this side. Fofana goes out and tidies up. All cross, that was a bit dangerous. Luckily, it was sorted. Rice, Kante, Timber. Timber's given the ball away, trying to get it through, and Southampton are on attack. Edouard, and it's been saved, and Garcia gets rid of it. Free kick. Salisu. Southampton, and Tell has won that ball. He's forgiven up, and he's had a shot from the edge of the area. It's gone wide. They have a corner, and Mendy comes out and collects. An outswinger. Mendy throws it out to Timber. Fofana finds Rice. Rice goes out wide for Chilwell. Chilwell looking for a bit of support. Crosses it in. Kante. Rice. He's hit the crossbar and it's gone over. And no more highlights. And once again, we are struggling to break Southampton down as much as they're not doing well. As you'll see, they had a good start. We've gradually grown into the game, but 11 shots, 4 on target, 1.39 on the XG. We really probably should be in front. We've hit the woodwork as well. 57% of the possession. They've had 4 shots, 3 of which have been on target. 0.61 and 43% possession. They just need to be a bit more clinical, and we're in trouble. And a highlight from kickoff. No changes at half-time. Tell gets us underway. Back to Rice. Fofana. Fofana finds Timber. Timber comes forward. He's got bags of space. Can he get across? And he can, but it's well defended. But Fofana there to tidy up. Kante. Kante's giving it away. Oh, dear. And Mariano is in. And Armstrong through to... Oh, it's gone in. Off the post. And a question of whether he was offside, I think. And it's disallowed. Thankfully, it's worked. Badger Army. Thankfully, it's worked in our favour for a change. Only just, though. Wasn't a lot in it. And Mendy thought he'd seen that wide. Timber then, with a throw-in to Tell. Kante. Sergi. Oh, he didn't curl it. Lots of highlights at the start of this first half. Sorry, second half. What am I on about? Rice. Down to Sergi. Sergi finds Tell. Kante's in. Oh, my, oh, my. And they kick a goal kick again. It just feels if we hit the target, we could score, but we just can't seem to hit the target. Timber comes forward. He's got Sterling in support. Sterling now turns, trying to find Timber, but Timber hadn't run in there, and Southampton come forward again. Edouard crosses the ball in. It's headed over the top. And Southampton on the attack again. Danger, danger, danger. Can't afford to lose this. Timber wins that ball back. Very well done. Mendy to Chilwell. Chilwell finds Sterling. Sterling to Sergi. Sergi comes forward. Finds Tell. Tell tried to chip the goalkeeper and wasn't having any of it. And Mateus Tell has picked up an injury. That's not good. Oh, yeah. Potential foot injury as well. On the 65th minute. We know that's a straight swap for Kai Havertz. Change we didn't really want to make, but we're going to make it. And with 65 on the clock, do we make some other changes while we're here? Declan Rice is tired. Right. We're going to bring Fernandes on. And I think what we're going to do is Fernandes and Savic can swap around. We'll do that change. Koeman isn't having a good game out on the right there. Sterling, we switch to the left. Let's bring Sterling back out to the right. Make him the winger. And we're going to take Koeman off. And we're going to bring on Rodrigo on that left side. Seemed to do quite well last time out. He's preferred as an inside forward. So we will set him up as an inside forward. On that left-hand side. And just see if we can break Southampton down. Let's see if we can go and do those 3 changes. 1 false then Matthias Tell for Havertz. Rodrigo on for Kingsley Coman, who's not having a good day. And Fernandes is on for Declan Rice, but Savic dropping back into the defensive midfield role. And we have a throw-in on that far side. Chilwell looking for Havertz. Sergi trying to get under that one. It's gone out. Garcia tidies up. Finds Chilwell. Chilwell. Havertz first shot, and he's not managed to get that home. 83 minutes on the clock. Garcia comes forward. Kante. Sergi. Havertz. Rodrigo. Rodrigo to Kante. Havertz. Oh, it's gone over the top. But I think it caught a deflection and it's gone out for a corner. It has. Chilwell with the corner then. And the goalkeeper comes out for it. And with 87 minutes on the clock, we've made our final two changes. The two wide defensive players have come off. So that is Ben Chilwell, who's having a very, very good game. It didn't score it on the ratings, but I thought he was having a good game. Cucurella comes on for him, and Reece James comes on the other side for Yaron Timber, just to give us a bit of impetus over those wings, just see if we can just get that final thrust. I think this is going to end potentially, may well end as a draw, and we're not going to propel ourselves up the table very well. And Southampton have a throw in. Ball forward. Cucurella underneath that. Saves it. Rodrigo is there. Can we have a final attack? Havertz. Is he going to get there? Yes, he is. Oh, that man Havertz. It's his fifth goal of the season, and I never doubted him in any manner, shape or form. And we have, I think, by way of whatever, this was lucky stuff. Come off his chest. And it doesn't matter. It's a goal. 5 minutes of injury time. Cucurella with a long throw, looking for somebody. Sergi down to Kante. Kante's been tackled just outside the area. Garcia now. Cucurella. Cucurella comes forward, finds Rodrigo in the area. Enzo, it's bobbling around, and they've cleared their... it's gone out for a throw. And we've sneaked to win, boys and girls. Sneaked to win. 1-0. Kai Havertz, 89 minutes, left it late, but we never really looked like we weren't going to win it, but it never looked like we were going to win it either, really. 22 shots, 10 on target, just short of my magic 50%, 57% of the possession, 3.59. Yeah, we should have really put those away, didn't? I mean, I suppose their goalkeeper was in good form, but we missed chances as well. They had 10 shots, 6 on target, 1.17, 43% of the possession. Let's go and have a look and see how that has affected the table. I'm hoping it's taken us up into third place. And my math was right. It has propelled us up into third place on goal difference, sandwiched between Liverpool and Wolves, who are also on 15 points. Manchester City with a game in hand, still a point in front of the rest of us on 16 points. And you've got to assume they're going to win that. So they're going to be that 4 points in front of us again. And they are the ones to chase. So we finish this going into an international break. In third place, we need to overrule Liverpool. But that's for a later day. A good win against Southampton today. Pleased with that. And finally, we've broken that little bit of a hoo-ha against Southampton, which is great news. Right, Tell is going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks. That's a shame. And disappointed for him, because it means he won't be playing in the French side. So we're going to leave it to the physio. He'll be back when he's ready. Twisted ankle. Unfortunate. So that's a bit annoying, because it was giving Havertz a little bit, and he was on exceedingly good form as well. Which is also disappointing. He's made 2 appearances, 5 from the bench, and scored 3 goals. So, yeah, bit of a shame that. Anyway, back into it. We are going to do Bournemouth offline. As I say, an international break coming up. And then we will be coming back for our next episode. Brøndby IF in the Champions League phase. They are a Danish side, I believe. They play in the Danish Super League, 3F Superliga. Doesn't say what position they are, so I'm not can't tell you any more about that. Probably because we haven't got it loaded. And then the Manchester United in the Premier League will follow that one. So a double header for you in there, and then we'll come back for the EFL Cup 4th round and Everton. It's all back-to-back episodes there a little bit, just to fill us in. So that's how it's going to be. Right, that's in our next episode. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with all future episodes of this and new series as they are released. New episodes of Making Chelsea Stand Proud currently released every Tuesday and Friday at 4:15 p.m. And if you want to keep up to date with what's happening on this channel, you need to follow me on Twitter at JustOffsideFM. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It will be episode 51, and it's out on Friday. Until then, goodbye.